Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Predictions. I'm your host, Terry Edelman, at TU Picks on Twitter, ready to break down the Thursday slate. 10 games to go over today, which we will, of course, get started with here shortly. Taking a look back at the last show here, which was 2 days ago on Tuesday. Unfortunately, 1 and 3 day. Thomas Hurdle, anytime goal cashed. Morgan Geeky, Pavel Zacha, both didn't get anything. And the Bruins, which was my Capper Tech play, had absolutely dominated Buffalo, but not on Tuesday. And then yesterday was an 0-4 day. Forsberg didn't score, Marchessault didn't get an assist, Keller didn't score, and Barrett didn't get a point. So the cold streaks continue. And obviously, I don't like it. I hate losing. Um, Everybody does. And I'm not going to say that I feel better, but a lot of people are struggling right now. A lot of NHL handicappers that I really respect are struggling right now. So it's how things are going right now, and you just got to keep powering through it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep on powering through and hoping that things can get better soon. Hi, Terry. Let's have a big day. That's the plan, Timothy. That's the plan. And screw unders. Yes. And that is one of the things why things aren't going so well right now is that we're getting unders. And when you are someone who bets player props, you really don't want under games. And hockey is very hard right now. It is. It is. But some good spots to talk about today, which we'll get to right now. If you guys are new, make sure to come over to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and hit the like button if you guys enjoyed today's show. Uh, da, da, da. I've lost 12 units in 10 days. I feel you, Timothy. I feel you. I feel you. Buddy, 1 and 8 yesterday. Today is a new day. Sun came up. See, we're all struggling. Uh, we're all struggling. So I don't feel better about it, but at least it's not just me, like at least it's not something necessarily that I'm doing. It's just how things are going right now. Let's make some money. That is the plan. And IceX has been having the worst season ever. Uh, I'm not there, but I did have that hot streak right before Christmas that lasted for a few weeks. But other than that, yeah, it's been a rough go. But we're going to jump into today's slate and talk about our first game here: the Chicago Blackhawks and the Carolina Hurricanes. Here in this one, with Chicago plus 340 to plus 368. The Carolina Hurricanes minus 442 to minus 474 favorites. Sixes and 6.5s. If you want the puck line, while it's only available at Bet365 at minus 170, the super puck line, which is Carolina minus 2.5, is around plus 110, plus 115, plus 119. So if you want plus money back in the Canes, you're going to have to take them minus 2.5. And as I kind of just discussed, we're getting some unders recently. Things aren't necessarily going as expected. So I'm definitely not laying minus 2.5 on the Hurricanes here. Uh, Carolina doesn't care about winning this game by 3. They just care about getting the 2 points here in this one. I did pull the trigger on Sebastian Aho anytime goal to find out that he missed morning skate and is sick. So at this time of year, sickness is running through different lineups, and currently it's got Sebastian Aho. So my only play here in this game, Sebastian Aho anytime goal, is up in the air. We'll see if he plays tonight or not. For the Blackhawks, keep an eye on Seth Jones. He's been pretty consistent lately for the Hawks, racking up points and assists. For the Blackhawks, Bedard doing his Bedard type things. And then Frank Nazar didn't get a point in the last game, so I'm glad it was just a lean for me. I didn't pull the trigger. And then other than Aho for the Hurricanes right now, Rantanen's got an assist and 5 of 7. So ultimately, if Aho's not playing, then nothing here. Nothing here. It'll be a push for me. Taylor Hall, anytime goal. All right, all right. He is facing his former team. We're talking about this in the hockey chat that I'm in. Franco the banker was saying a revenge spot, and technically it is a revenge spot. I just feel like Taylor Hall, he shouldn't really be in a vengeful mood. He should really be sending flowers and thank you letters to the Blackhawks for trading him out of Chicago to Carolina, a contender. So if I was Hall, I'd be pretty happy. Of course, you wouldn't mind sticking it to your old team. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him score. And then Tara Vinen also is facing his former team. So we've got some revenge spots here today. Seth Jones worth a point bet? I don't know him very well. Well, it really depends on how much offense you think the Hawks are going to do here. But if I was going to bet something with the Hawks, it would be Seth Jones' point or assist, just because he's been kind of consistent lately. Rantanen over 2.5 shots in goal in first 10, and first period over 1.5. All right, all right. LOL, no. I'd be mad and wanting revenge. Really? You'd be upset that the Hawks traded you to a contender when they're competing for number one overall? Interesting, interesting. Good luck today, y'all. So far, you're on the Jets money line, minus 130. Good luck, Stop Geo. Good luck tonight. Tivu Teravainen over half a points, plus 126. All right, good luck. He hasn't done anything for me when I've tried to bet him this year. So I'll stay off. I love the Jets Bruins game. Well, I don't love anything involving the Bruins right now, Icex. Come on now. How do you get your ass handed to you by Buffalo? I don't know, but we'll save that for another day. Washington Capitals and the Ottawa Senators here in this one. Um, I want to bet the under. I want to bet the under here. Right now, Washington minus 103 to minus 110. Ottawa minus 107 to minus 112. 5.5's right across the board. If you're looking at the under, it's minus 125 to minus 130. And, yes, we're getting a lot of unders right now. I believe I've bet maybe one or two unders this year. It's been not a lot of unders for me. And while I do think this game does go under 5.5, I don't want to lay minus 130 on that on an under. I can't go there. As you can see on the screen, I mentioned him on the last show, Alexi Protas. He got another point in his last game, points in 5 of 6. So keep an eye on Alexei Protas right now for Ottawa. Nobody anytime goal or nobody over half a point is probably a good look right now for the Senators here in this game. There we go. There we go. Let's go up here. That's me. I should get an actual mouse, and it would be easier for me to bring up the comments. Be careful with the Jets. Possible look ahead to Washington on Saturday. Okay, okay. You had Sabres puck line. Wow, good job, good job. Sends money line part of a two-legger. Interesting. Okay. Caps 10 straight unders, and Ottawa is a 15-1-1 run to the under, which explains why it's minus 130. That kind of explains things. And I didn't know that it was that strong trends. I just knew that I want to bet the under because both of these teams are just not scoring a lot right now. Ottawa is black hole of suck. They take the life out of everything they touch. Wow, that's pretty harsh. For the last 6 meetings, but not a lie. So for the last 6 meetings with Caps and Sens have gone to overtime. Okay. Could we see a 0-0 game going to overtime here? Somebody trying to get a shutout? Maybe. The game screams under and seems so obvious, which means it'll be a 6-5 final. LOL. Exactly. Exactly why I won't lay minus 130 on the under here. It should go under, but I can't get there. I can't get there. Moving on along to our next game, the ice cold And yes, we're talking about hockey, but ice cold is not a good thing in this situation. The ice cold LA Kings minus 125 to, sorry, plus 125 to plus 130. Tampa Bay Lightning minus 145 to minus 156. Five and a halfs right across the board here in this game. And this LA Kings team, in my opinion, overachieved. I was not high in this Kings team coming into the season, but they had a very nice start to the season. And they were on January 10th, they were 24, 10, and 5. And now they're 26, 16, and 6. So they're still 10 more wins than losses, regulation losses. So they're still in a somewhat comfortable position. The issue, though, is they've lost 7 of their last 9. Lost 3 games in a row in Columbus, in Detroit, in Florida. In fact, they've lost uh, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6 of their last 7 road games. Obviously, LA has been such a strong home team, but not good in the road this year and not good lately at all. Recently, they were shut out in their last game yesterday. So obviously, being on this losing streak and on being on a 5-game road trip and on a second night of a back to back, this is just not a great spot for LA. Of course, with how they've been playing lately, maybe this is the game where they get things together temporarily. The Tampa Bay Lightning, on the other side, is coming off a game they want to forget, a 4-1 loss to Chicago, which followed a 2-0 loss to their division rival Detroit. So really, after losing 2-0, you would have maybe expected Tampa Bay to bounce back. They didn't. They lost 4-1. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. A 4-3 overtime win against Chicago. Otherwise, 4 losses, including the loss against Chicago in their last game. Tampa Bay is going to be looking to get back on track. Andre Vasilevsky is unconfirmed to start. He has been dealing with some kind of injury. So you can probably guess I'm passing on this game. There's just no reason to bet on this game at all, in my opinion. Obviously, if you like something here, go for it. But both of these teams are shitting the bed right now. I don't want to back either of these two teams. And then player props, it's very difficult. So, a very easy pass on today's slate. Uh, this game here. We had 0-0. Sorry. We had 0-0 in the first meeting with Caps and Sens. Okay, so it probably doesn't happen again, but we'll see. Kings money line. All right, all right. Good luck, Icex. I haven't seen a 0-0 game going into overtime since about 1998, it feels like. Kidding. Yes. Ice. I can't get there with LA money line, especially with Riddick, who has 3 wins in 11 road games and gives up an average of 1 goal more on the road than at home. Yeah, yeah, no. No Jojo, no Vass, I believe 2 for the Bolts. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Kings have lost 8. I've lost 9 of 10 to Tampa. 5 straight in Tampa, and 4 have gone past 60. Okay, okay. Thank you for your insights, Terry. We are richer for being here. Thank you, Real Deal Prime. Appreciate it. He's not happy about the Sabres beat down over Boston. That's for sure. I agree, Terry. Pass. Yeah. Yeah. Johansson also hurt. Could be Tompkins in net for Tampa if Vasi sits. Game time decision illness. Yeah. Pass. Absolutely pass. But if that's the case, maybe I kind of lean with LA, but no way I'm putting my money on it. Game I will have money on, though, is our next one here, Minnesota Wild and the Montreal Canadiens here in this one. Wow, we've seen a lot more movement here. The Wild now plus 120 to plus 125. Montreal minus 137 to minus 148. Sixes and some six and a halves available here. I cannot believe that the Montreal Canadiens are minus 140 against the Minnesota Wild. I get it. No Kaprizov in this game, which he wasn't in the last game last night against Toronto either. I get it. It's a second night of a back-to-back here for the Wild, but the wrong team is favored in this game. I already have 2 units on the Wild, and if they continue to move at this price at plus 120, I may have to I may have to add another unit here. The wrong team is a favorite in this game. The Wild 19-5-3 on the road this season. They're a completely different team on the road. The Wild have won 17 of the last 18 games against the Habs. 16 of those 17 games they won in regulation, and they've won 6 of the last 7 by multiple goals. They've absolutely dominated the Habs for a while now. Not only that, Marc-Andre Fleury will be starting in this game, the final game of his career in Montreal, his home province. Um, and then on top of that, this red hot Montreal Canadiens team is no longer red hot. They've lost 3 games in a row, giving up 4 goals in each game. The wrong team is a favorite in this game. Give me Wild money line for 2 units. And depending on how this line continues to move, I may increase that. John Hines called out the Wild after their loss to Calgary. Back-to-back wins, obviously, against the Hawks and against Toronto last night. That was an impressive win against Toronto. Philip Gustafson looked great. This game, I'm just shocked that I'm seeing plus 120 with the Wild against the Habs. So give me the Wild money line. And also give me Marcus Foligno, the Moose. Give me Marcus Foligno anytime goal for a 0.3 unit play here. He has scored in 3 consecutive games plus 440 at FanDuel for Marcus Foligno to score a goal in this game. But we'll go to the chat here and see what. Oh, the chat's pretty quiet here for this one. Okay. Wild Habs draw. Okay. Okay. Um, Last hurrah for the McFlower in Montreal. We'll pass the young torch to young Dobes in OT. No, no. Dobes in net. Dobish in net. Dobish. In net for the Habs is the wild card in this one, Terry. Maybe, maybe. But obviously he did lose his last game. And I'm fine with him being in net. This Montreal Canadiens team, they had some magic going. It's disappeared. Wild money line, yes. I'm probably not going to add another unit to them just because I already went big with the 2 units. But the wrong team is a favorite in this game. And I've bet Wild against Montreal for years now. It's been a play. -1 is plus 196 at Caesars. Wow. Wow. I wanted Wild prior to the win over the Leafs, but switched Ovs to something different. Okay. Oops, I don't know why that came up there. Stupid Toronto Hockey Club. Yeah. Yeah. Matt Boldy has 5 goals in 6 games versus Montreal. I'm sure there's a lot of Wild players that do well against Montreal if you look at the stats, but I also played the Wild to score first. Other than Dobish's debut, the opposition has scored first in 5 straight. Okay. I like that. I like that stat. Oops, what the heck is going on? What did I just click on? Oops, I'm clicking on things. That Leafs Wild game last night was so boring. Everyone was skating in quicksand. Yeah. Um, yeah. Isaac's kind of laughing I thought I had the game in slow motion. Hey, defense wins. Defense wins. But we will continue on along. to our next game here, the Winnipeg Jets and the Boston Bruins. Here in this one, Winnipeg minus 140 to minus 150. Boston plus 124 to plus 131. Home dogs, 5.5s right across the board here in this one. Um, Go Winnipeg. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, as a Wild fan, I take that back. But I'm not too impressed with this Boston Bruins team. After their last game, of course, holding grudges isn't going to get you anywhere in sports betting. But looking at this game from a side perspective, I have no interest in fading the Winnipeg Jets right now. And then Boston will be looking for a better result here. They lost 8-1 in Winnipeg in the first game meeting of the season, and coming off a 7-2 loss against the Sabres. Um, Maybe this is a Boston spot, but I'm not getting to it here. Looking at player props, I'm not getting to anything. Either the Sis could be a good look. He's been doing well for the Jets. Zaka, Geeky both didn't get in the score sheets. Maybe Geeky can score, assisted by Zaka in this one. Pasternak, shots on goal. I believe he only got two against the Sabres. That's not going to get the job done here. Ultimately, another game that I'm passing on today's slate. Lower volume going forward until at least until after the Four Nations tournament. Bruins money line. Um, Bruins money line. Part of a two-legger with Sens money line. Wow. All right, Isaacs. McAvoy anytime goal. New daddy. Okay. I was gonna be like, I read that wrong before, but and first alternate, you're taking Boston minus 1.5. Wow. Wow. Corpusala starts tonight. He's 5-1 versus the Jets. Okay. Isaacs likes to see that. And you want to trade Swayman? Wow. Well, okay. On to our next game, the New York Islanders and the Philadelphia Flyers. And I called it. The Islanders win against the Colorado Avalanche. Obviously, I didn't bet it, but I did say on the show on Tuesday that I just had that feeling that the Islanders were going to get that win. And don't look now, but the Islanders on a win streak. I believe it's five in a row. Yes, five in a row. And the last two against Carolina and Colorado. The Islanders have allowed two or fewer goals in five straight. So things are going well right now for the Islanders. Now they're coming here to face Philly, a team that lost 5-0 yesterday. And right now, the Islanders minus 123 to minus 130. Philadelphia plus 104 to plus 115. 5.5s right across the board. And this is the game, I think, where the Islanders break people's hearts because they're playing so well right now on this winning streak. They're facing Philadelphia on the second night of a back to back. This should be an Islander spot, but my gut says that no. My gut says that Philadelphia gets the win here, and that the Islanders breaks people's hearts. Just when you think that they're turn things around and they're going to win, I feel like they lose here. Looking at player props, um, nothing you can really bet here. Bo Horvat point, but that would have to be a parlay piece. There's just no way to singly bet that. So, um, again, here we'll see if I have a good read on this Islanders team, as I did in their last game. But I think it's a flyer spot, but I'm not going to be betting them. I'm not going to be betting them. Waiting to see if it's Hellebuck or Comrie. If it's Comrie, then Bruins team total over 2.5. Okay. Okay. I know if I took the Isles for tonight, the Flyers will win. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. So Flyers minus 1.5. Tip it out, I believe. Oh, that's a loss. I think the Isles are fake news. Start the fade tonight, Philly money line. I agree, Maddie. I agree. Um, all teams go on little heaters. Well, not all teams, but most teams have that little stretch where they do play well. I think that's what's happening. Flyers are 1-8 on the second half of back to backs. Pass in this game. Pass. You hate the Flyers back to back, yeah. Don't blame me with Jonathan's stats there. Fedotov has lost 6 of the last 7, and the Flyers have scored 2 or less in all 7. Wow, wow. That's the bloody reason, especially when I saw the opening lines. LOL, it's most deaf a spot. If I took the Isles, they would lose. I agree. I agree. Brock Nelson has 2 goals in 2 games against Fedotov. Okay, so maybe Brock Nelson is a good look here. But on to our next game, we've got the Anaheim Ducks and the Calgary Flames here in this one. Bear with me. Anaheim plus 150 to plus 160. Calgary minus 177 to minus 192. 5.5s, some sixes available here in this one. And this one's pretty interesting. The Ducks have won 3 games in a row, and they've really got the offense going. 5-1 against Pittsburgh, 5-2 against Nashville, 5-4 or 6-4 against the Kraken. The Flames, they have lost back-to-back games, 5-2 against Winnipeg, 3-1 against Washington. And then looking at goalies here, Dustin Wolf confirmed for the Flames. Nobody yet confirmed for the Ducks. I kind of want to bet Anaheim at this plus 160 price. But I don't know if this win streak continues for the Ducks here. So I'm not going to get to the Ducks money line. I will take Mason McTavish anytime goal. He scored in 4 consecutive games for the Anaheim Ducks. Today just happens to be his birthday. So I know people are thinking, well, what does that matter? We see birthday boys score a lot. That's something I've noticed here. And da, 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 uh, McTavish anytime goal is plus 320. I got it for 0.3 unit play there. Just great value, plus 320. Scored in 4 games in a row here. And the Ducks have found a little bit of offense recently. So I hope that it can continue here in this game. McTavish is on the third line, but he is on the top power play. So that's where we'll look for him to do some damage here tonight. Why? No, I do not want to print anything. I keep on clicking the wrong things on my computer, on my mouse here. Mouse pad. Ducks money line and birthday boy McTavish. All right, all right. Andrei Kuzmenko has 10 goals in 8 games against the Ducks. Whoa. 4 games and 3 games against Dostal. He's plus 470. I should really take him because this is the type of stats Jonathan gives out and then they cash. I really noticed that's a heavy streak. So uh, Kuzmenko is definitely a good luck here. Vetrano, Strom, and Terry point parlay plus 425. Wow. Catch from me last game going back to it. I don't blame it. I don't blame it. Davis, Jonathan Davis says Ducks team total over. Over 2.5. Okay, for some reason I thought that said under, but over 2.5. Okay, I like that. So Gio is on the under 6, minus 115. All right, all right. McTavish does have a goal against Wolf in the loan meeting. Okay, I like it. Hopefully he can get another one here. He's on a nice heater recently for this Anaheim Ducks team. But on to our next game. 2 more games after this one. And this one here, Detroit Red Wings and the Edmonton Oilers. Detroit plus 210 to plus 226. Edmonton minus 250 to minus 280. 6.5s right across the board in this game. And I'm not really sure what to make of this one. Um, I think there's value here with Detroit. I'm just not confident that they win this game. Um, Edmonton, the puck line is -105, so you can't even get plus money with the puck line for the Oilers. So I think this is a stay off game when it comes to our side here. Looking at player props, um, not really a whole lot I want to do here. McDavid, first game back out of jail. No, I'm kidding. Out of it after his suspension, and he scored again. So goals in 4 of his last 5 for McDavid. Matthias Ekholm has an assist in 3 in a row. Nugent Hopkins has a point in 4 or 5. Ultimately, though, I'm staying off this game. Uh, don't really have too much of a feeling towards this one here. So we'll pass. We will pass. And Asex agrees. Pass. Flames last 11 games versus the Pacific. Okay, I've gone under. All right, so they've been low scoring team against their divisional opponents. Probably you want to play more defense against your divisional opponents anyway. That makes sense. But on to our next one here, Columbus Blue Jackets and the Vegas Golden Knights here. Columbus plus 235 to plus 250. Vegas minus 270 to minus 300. 6.5s right across the board in this game. If I was getting to a side here, it would have to be looking at Columbus in some fashion. However, when I'm back in Columbus, I really do want them to be at home. So much better of a home team than a road team. Vegas had their losing streak. Now they're win one, lose one, win one, lose one type thing. Not really interested too much in Vegas. The one thing though with Vegas though is they've been involved in some higher scoring games, and they have been scoring goals recently. 4-3 overtime loss against Dallas, 4-1 win against Florida, 4-3 loss against Dallas, 4-2 win against the Blues, 5-4 loss, 5-3 loss. So Vegas has been pretty consistent with getting at least 3-4 goals. And if you look here on the sheet, if you've been betting on the last show, on the last few shows, Thomas Hurdle, what a run he's on right now. A point in 11 of his last 12 games. He's scored in 6 of his last 7. Full unit play for me on Thomas Hurdle, anytime goal I got for plus 200 at FanDuel. And then I saw after that it went up to plus 220 or plus 210 or plus 220. So Thomas Hurdle should not be plus 200 to score, not with a goal in 6 of his last 7, and not facing the Blue Jackets defense slash goaltending. It's just not priced correctly. Jack Eichel, I was looking at his anytime goal. He's scored in 4 or 5, but I believe it was plus 130, I believe. So ultimately, I decided to stay off Eichel. Not a lot of value there, but there is definitely value with Hurdle, anytime goal. And then for the Blue Jackets, I'd keep an eye on Kent Johnson. He's been pretty hot recently for the Blue Jackets. Marchenko on a point streak as well. But for me here, Thomas Hurdle, anytime goal, full unit play here, hoping he can keep his streak going. He's cash for us quite often. Oilers, a 7-game under streak at home when their opponent is coming in on a win streak. Interesting stuff, Jay. Interesting. I like it. Vegas puck line. All right. One things to take care of business. Logan Thompson, Vezina plus 2,200 dead in the water or worthy long shot? I don't know. Uh, he's had a fantastic season. So I think there's a good. It's 22 plus 2,200 on FanDuel, but DK has a plus 800. Wow. Wow. So shop a line. Shop your lines. Vegas sub 500 versus the East. Okay, they struggle against the East. All right, all right. I think they wrote Helly's name on the Vezina already for this season. Yeah, obviously that's who you got to compete with. At one point, maybe Philip Gustafson was in there, but he's kind of fallen off. So thanks, Maddie. Says stop Geo. Hey, not a bad look. You never know what could happen. Maybe Hellebuck goes on a cold streak or misses some games. Um, Jonathan Davis got it for plus 1800, so he likes plus 22. All right, good luck, guys. And Thompson's been so great all year, so consistent. But on to our final game here, the San Jose Sharks and the Seattle Kraken. In this one, the battle of the sea creatures, Kraken and the Sharks. Sharks plus 155 to plus 170. Seattle minus 188 to minus 200. Sixes, some 5.5, some 6.5s, depending on what books you have access to. And it'll be the battle of the young goalies, Yaroslav Askarov as well as Joey Decord in this one. Uh, when you see Askarov against Decord, I would look at this game and think maybe it's a lower scoring game. But my gut feeling here, and then also looking at both teams have players on streaks right now. I feel like both teams could potentially get towards the over themselves. I think this is a 6-5 type of game here. Um, Looking at player props, I've been cashing on Will Smith point, but I only saw it at a few books, including Bet Rivers and some others that are not really available as much. I'm seeing him at plus 148. So I'm keeping my eye out here, hoping that other books, Bet365, FanDuel, that type of thing, will add Will Smith point props because he's been cashing point in 5 consecutive games. For the Kraken, kind of hoping to see Shane Wright props, but again, no. So I'm trying to find these top centers, these top center prospects, but their props are not available right now. My only play here as of right now is Ely Tolvanen, anytime goal, plus 350, 0.3 unit play there for him to score. He's scored in 3 consecutive games. So we'll take him to score here in this one. And then we'll be keeping an eye out for Will Smith and Shane Wright props as the day goes on. Hopefully, the books can add it here for us for tonight. I'm a little late on this game, but yes, we discussed that. We discussed it. First period over in this one. I could see that. I could see that. I've My gut says we see goal, so maybe it finishes 2-1. I hope not. I hope not. But Smith's not yet listed on Bet365, but I'll be on his point prop 100%. Yeah, I do notice Bet365 does add them later, so just have to keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. San Jose has covered the puck line 11 of last 12 against opponents on a losing streak. Okay. Sharks win 2-1 and under. I hope not. I hope not. But couldn't find Smith for point or assist. Books are just not putting him up. Not putting him up. But hopefully they will eventually. Will Smith for the points and anytime goal. I don't know about the anytime goal, but yeah, I think he's plus 400 to score. So tons of value if you do think he'll score. San Jose changes their line combinations so much throughout the day, so I think they'll wait until line combinations are confirmed. All right. Sounds good. I hope so. That's the case. Celebrating is at least 3 shots and goal in 8 of 10. Following a game, he had 2 shots or less. He has 4. He's had 4 more shots of 5 of 8. All right, I like it. He's on the screen here. He definitely does shoot the puck a lot. We'll see if he can score. Once I see Will Smith point, I will get jiggy with it. There you go. There you go, Addison. But that's today's show. Copper Tech plays. I've only got one play I did not give out on today's show. Player prop, which is available over on Copper Tech. Link is in the description below. And if you guys liked today's show, make sure to hit the like button on the YouTube channel. hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. There should be a show tomorrow. There's only 4 games, and honestly, there might not be. I might only have 1 or 2 plays, if that. And for people wondering, well, why don't I do a show? I don't want to do like if I have one Cap Protect play and then I don't want to give out one play on a show. So I don't want to just do a show to give out one play, and then tomorrow's games, I'm just not sure. So stay tuned. If there isn't any show, then check Twitter. I'll have the backgrounds of who's hot. I'll post them on Twitter if I do not do a show tomorrow. But we'll go to chat here. Same says Maddie. Good show, Terry. Thanks, Maddie. Good luck today, everyone. Best of luck, and we will see you all on the next show.